Oh, Ted, you're early.
Yeah, well, you gotta face the music. You might as well get it over with quick, right?
Well, if it's your divorce you're talking about, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
It's easy for you to say.
Well, certainly the property settlement is straightforward and simple.
Why not? Half of nothing is still nothing.
Well, you'd be surprised at the people who fight like dogs and cats over splitting up nothing.
Come on, Jack, just cut to the chase. What about Junior? Do I get to see him or not?
Actually, you get to see him quite a bit.
Well, at least that's something.
Yes, given the fact that you're not the child's legal father, I think Dixie's been very generous.
Yeah, well, that's my Dixie.
Look, I'm serious about this.
So am I. Be the first to admit that Dixie's got her faults, but she's got a heart that's bigger than most states.
What am I hearing here, Ted? Look, we can stop this divorce right now if that's what you want.
She's here, all right. It's showtime.
Good morning. I'm Kathy Reed.
Yeah,
Mrs.
I
Martin's
know who
attorney.
you are. You are the marriage mortician.
And you are?
I just happen to be a hopeless romantic.
A friend of the family.
Yeah, somebody who believes in trying to resuscitate love before the law moves in with a death certificate.
Well, whoever you are, would you please tell Mrs. Martin that I'm here?
It's just a crying shame that you had to come running all the way over here. I mean, and wasting all of your precious legal time, you know?
No problem. It's all arranged. I'm driving Mrs. Martin over to sign the agreement.
Well, obviously, you did not get Dixie's message then, did you?
No, what
There's
message?
been a change of plans.
What kind of change?
Oh, well, she won't be signing any kind of papers today. If she signs anything at all, it'll just be some love letters to her precious husband. You know,
They've reconciled?
Oh, yes. It's a miracle. It truly is. But the marriage just suddenly just revived itself smack dab in the middle of the last rite, so to speak.
Well, I'd really like to confirm this with Mrs. Martin. Would you tell her that I'm here?
Yes, it's Dixie's with Tad at this very moment. Those two lovebirds, they're probably just, lighting up the sky with their born-again passion.
I would really like to talk with Mrs. Martin if you just...
Listen, no, I'll give her a message if you...
Uncle? What's going on here? Dixie, sweetheart, I didn't realize that you'd come back.
Well, I never left, and you knew it. I'm a little confused. This person says that you've reconciled with your husband?
Oh, this person happens to be my mother-in-law, Opal Purdy, and she knows very well that's not true.
Well, hope springs eternal in a human heart, and it's a pity that there aren't more humans that go into marital law.
I would like to say that this is an off day, but I'm afraid she's always like this. I'm sorry. I'm very embarrassed.
No, don't be. Parents are often involved with divorce cases.
Oh, well, now, Miss Lena, you have hit the nail right on the head, and I, for one, must raise my hand as the guilty party.
Opal, don't raise your hand. Don't raise your voice. Don't even raise your eyebrow. I have had it up to here with you.
I don't blame you, sweetheart. I don't blame you.
You know, I would think that you would be very sick and tired of meddling in my personal life by now, but no.
Well, I'm just trying to patch up what I so wrongfully put aside.
Why don't you give up? The divorce papers are drafted, signed, and filed, so your tricks are all for nothing.
Well, it's still not final.
Opal, back off. Boy, some days if there was a way to divorce you two, I would sure do it.
See, I know that sounds cruel, but the child has cause. I am the reason that her whole life is in tatters.
Are you?
Opal, I married Tad. I lived with Tad. I fought with Tad. I left Tad. And now I am divorcing Tad, so whatever little role you played is insignificant.
I was the prime mover. Well, actually, I was the prime mover's assistant.
Opal, aren't you hearing me?
I just want to move things back to the way they were when I found them, that's all.
Oh, sometimes she just will not give up, so I'm just going to ignore you, all right? I got to go upstairs and talk to Mrs. Gurney anyway about Junior and everything. Is that okay?
No, don't worry. We got plenty of time.
Okay, good. I'll be right back.
Have you ever, in your life, been in love, Miss Lena?
What?
Have you ever, now don't tell me that someplace, somewhere in your life you have not felt the power of amour, Miss Lena?
Lima.
Lima? Lima, Peru, right? Oh, that's a very romantic spot to fall in love.
No.
I knew it, I knew it the moment I laid eyes on you. I said to myself, underneath that stuffy little suit beats the heart of a hot-blooded woman.
I was not talking about the place, Mrs.
Oh,
Purdy.
no, of course the place has no importance whatsoever. It all boils down to that special man, that soulmate. Oh, I bet your fella was a bullfighter or something, wasn't he?
Look, my personal life has nothing to do with the case.
My son Tad is just as hot, just as sexy, just as unpredictable as any of your flashy conquistador types, believe you me.
Oh, apparently. Unpredictable was one of the problems.
Yes, well, now, Miss Lena, if you have ever felt the pitter-pat of true emotion beating in your breast, you have got to listen to me now.
At this point, I just don't see what anything you could say could have to do to make a difference.
Yes. If you believe in love, you will do me this one itsy-bitsy little favor. Now, I'm begging you, please, Miss Lena.
What? What favor?
When you're at that office and you're shuffling those agreement papers back and forth, just lean back a little bit and out of the corner of your eye, just watch them.
Watch who?
Dixie and my son. And when you get a gander at the way those two kids look at each other, oh my, it'll just knock your socks off. It'll tell you the whole story.
All right. All right, I'll do it. I don't think it'll do one bit of good,
Those two
but
kids, you know, they were put on this earth to be together. And when you see what I see, Miss Lena, you're not going to be able to help but just put your hand out and give fate a helping hand, I guarantee
Oh,
it.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Dad, as your attorney, there's quite a bit I could do to slow down these proceedings. Maybe we ought to consider that an option.
What for?
To give you a little time.
All right, Jack, I'll bite. How?
Good, now you're talking. Here's what we do. First thing is we nitpick at this property settlement, all right?
You want a sticker for my half of the toaster oven?
Actually, I was hoping for something a little less ridiculous.
Like the private plane or the condominium in the south of France, maybe even the...
Thaddeus, this is a matter of motivation. If you want to do this, I'll find a way.
Property settlement's not going to work. You've seen Dixie in action. If I wanted something, she'd probably hand it to me on a silver platter.
Well, finally, it's clear to me why you want to divorce this horrible
I don't want
woman.
to divorce
That's my point.
It doesn't matter, Jack. It doesn't matter. What I want is irrelevant.
Who says? You want to stop this whole thing? We'll stop it right now.
Impossible.
All right, forget about the property settlement. How about the visitation rights?
What about the visitation right? You just told me it was generous.
Extremely generous, but who cares? We'll ask for more. We'll make unreasonable demands.
That's going to fix my marriage? She already thinks I'm pond scum. You want to push me to public enemy
No, I
number
want
one?
to push you to a reconciliation because you and Dixie still love each other.
No.
That's what I want.
No. I love Dixie, but she doesn't love me. The feeling is not mutual.
I don't
Jack.
buy that for a second.
Buy it. Do us both a favor and buy it. She's let me know in no less than 100 ways. And if you'll forgive me, I just assume forgo the next 100, okay?
She could say the same thing and she'd be wrong.
Jack, I appreciate it, but stop. All right? There's no sense in going on, none whatsoever.
All right, fine. Will you just do me a favor?
Fine.
Will you keep an open mind?
What's that supposed to
When
mean, an open
Dixie
mind?
comes here, I want you to stop. I want you to take stock. Try to figure out how you feel. Try to see how she feels. Okay?
Good morning.
More.
I see we're all here. Guess there's no reason why we shouldn't get started. Is there? Everything seems to be in order.
Yes, it does seem to be. Ted, do you have any questions about the property settlement or the visitation rights?
Well, I was just wondering...
Jack, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had a meeting. I'll give you a call a little later on.
Whoa, what the hell are you doing here? The honeymoon is over?
Well, no, it's not over. It's just, I'm just going on without me during a brief period of time during Molly's emergency, but,
Wait, what emergency is this?
I thought you knew she's ill. She's quite ill.
Molly's sick?
She has, leukemia.
Oh, no.
Leukemia?
Yeah.
Traps, I can't believe this.
And so obviously Barbara can't be concerned about enchantment, so I flew in to interview a replacement for her. But look, I'll talk to you about all this later on.
Just wait a minute, please. Look, this comes as something of a shock to us.
Oh, it's horrible.
I'm wondering if maybe we can take a break right now.
Oh, take all the time you need. Actually, I should make a very private phone call.
There's a phone right through there.
Yep.
Go right ahead, please.
Thanks.
Barbara and Tom must be worried sick.
Yeah. It gives me a lump in my throat just thinking about it.
Me too.
Sort of brings me back to that time, you know, when Junior was premature.
That's very touch and go.
Brings you back to the basics, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Living. Life, death. And the people that you love. Other than that, the rest of it's baggage, isn't it?
Guess so.
Dixie,
Yeah.
do you want this divorce? Because I don't. I don't. Can't we just get rid of the baggage and start over again?
You think that we could forget the bad things?
I think that what we had was so wonderful that we owe it to ourselves to at least try to get it back.
And start over?
Yes. Let's start with the feelings that we have for each other. Or had before all of this trivial nonsense.
Trivial? You think sleeping with another woman is trivial?
All right. I used the wrong word. I apologize. It wasn't trivial. But it's certainly not so earth-shatteringly significant that we have to destroy the rest of our
Oh, well,
lives.
there's the big difference between you and me,
Dixie,
Ted.
I'm not trying to justify what I did. I'm just saying that I wasn't starting another relationship by doing
I
it.
don't understand you. I don't understand you at all.
You do understand me. You understand me very well, but you're too damn stubborn. You don't want to give up being angry. That's what's going on here.
That's not true,
That is
because it
what's
hurts
going
like
on
hell
here.
not being with you.
Hurts me too. Hurts me too. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, it couldn't. It could not. It could not.
Why?
You could not
Why?
feel that
Why?
way.
Because you're the only person that's entitled to feelings like that?
No,
Is that it?
no, because you couldn't feel that way. Because the idea of somebody touching me or somebody kissing me, what you did was
How
unthinkable,
many times
Dad.
do you want me to apologize for that? I mean, 1,000 times. I
How
would
could
get down
you
on my
sleep with
knees
another
for
woman?
you.
You
if
brought
just
her
asked me
into
to.
our
Don't,
bed,
don't,
Ted.
Don't.
No,
Don't
I
do it.
could never
Don't.
do something like that. Never in a million years, but you had no problem doing it. Not one problem. I had to walk in there and see another woman's clothes all over my apartment.
You're never going to let me live it down, are you? You just want to stick in the knife and twist every time you
Oh,
see
that
me.
is not
Every
true.
time
It
you
just
lock
proves
eyes,
at
you want to
rock
go after
bottom
me,
we
don't
are
you?
not the same.
No, it proves at rock bottom I made one stupid mistake. Just one.
Oh, no, you have a problem with the marriage. Do you know what you do? You just go and you hop into the nearest bed.
One time. One stupid mistake.
One time with me. How many times with Hillary?
That's good. That's great. Is that what you want to do? You want to score points by dragging out my history? Is that what you're after?
Well, I think really I should have listened to your past history
Good.
in the first place.
You're doing fine. Keep going. Come on.
Oh, you want to hear more? I think I should have listened to your history, Dad, because maybe it would have taught me what you're into. You're into shortcuts.
Shortcuts? What the hell's that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean that you don't want to work on a marriage. You don't want to work on a marriage at all. You just want to hop into a bed with any woman that walks by.
What the hell do you call sleeping with Adam Chandler? Primal therapy?
There it is. There it is, the mean streak. Well, I'll tell you something. You take this marriage and you stick it because I'm sick of you.
Hey, what the hell's going on here? They hear you two across town.
This is our little version of reconciliation, Jack. Tell you what, why don't you whip out that paperwork right now, huh? Divorce is starting to look a lot better.
Well, everything seems to be in order.
Yes, it does. Ted, do you have any additions, revisions, thoughts?
All right, then, Dixie, this is where you sign.
All right, Ted, put it right there.
Stop right there.
Mama.
Stop.
Son, if you sign that paper, you are going to regret it every day for the rest of your life.
Morning.
Baby, please, baby, don't sign away your one last big chance at happiness. I can't let you do this.
Too late. The end of the line.
And what about you? Are you really giving the love of your life these walking papers?
I gotta get out of here. You go ahead. I'll be right out.
Oh, my heart is just broken. I feel like somebody has just died.
I think we're all finished here. Why don't you give me a call if there's any problems?
You bet. Thanks.
This is a tragedy.
Well, look, why don't you and Opal feel free to talk? I have some phone calls I need to make anyway.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I know that I embarrass you sometimes. I'm sorry.
No, that's not it. You just don't know when to stop, that's all.
That's for sure. If I'd known when to stop, you wouldn't be sitting here in this office right this minute.
No, it's not true. I got here on my own steam.
No way. No, I set out to bust up your relationship, boy. I just mowed it down, even when I saw how precious and special it was.
Well, knock it off.
You know,
Okay,
I ought to
just
be
knock
just
it off. Don't-
struck down by lightning right here and now. I'm like one of those child abusers that you read about in the paper, you know, taking my son's happiness and just tearing it to shreds.
You didn't do any tearing, Mama. I did all the tearing there was to do.
You were the victim, you know. You were just the victim of two conniving buzzards, Palmer and me. How could I ever have teamed up with him against you, against my own baby boy?
I am not your baby boy.
There must be something really wrong with me.
Mama, not now, okay?
Something
Could we
just plain
just do
rotten,
this some
that's
other
all.
time? No. No, Mama, I'm what's rotten.
Oh, no, honey.
Yeah. It's amazing, you know? Find the perfect woman, get her to marry me, and then I screw it up.
Oh, no, you have a few problems thanks to me and that old coot, that's all.
If something goes wrong, what do? What I always do. Jump into bed with someone else. Just bury any chance I have being happy. No, Mama. The only person to blame for this is me.